Y'all, the Mad Hatters in my comments are saying that Dumpty let 20 million undocumented people into the country just in time for the 2020 election. Those folks are in my comments telling me that the sole reason we are behind by 20 million votes this time around is because we don't have the 20 million undocumented people who voted for Biden in 2020. And if they voted for Biden in 2020, that means they came in during the Dumpty administration, right? And then, after they voted for Biden, the Biden-Harris administration deported all 20 million of them, right? That borders are, you keep talking about, that isn't a real thing, but whatever. They deported the 20 million undocumented people who voted for them before they could vote for them again in 2024. That is what the Mad Hatters are essentially saying, and they don't even realize it because critical thinking is not their strong suit. That's why their point is destroying education so everyone can be just like them. A literacy level of 5th grade or below and telling everyone else that they're dumb and uneducated and need to do research. Honestly, if there's any mistake from the Harris campaign, it was being too intelligent and too articulate. Those people went up there and said, "We have concept of a plan, just trust us." And all the white folks said, "Sounds good to me." I'm sorry, white folks, Asians, and Latinos said, "Sounds good to me." Then turned around and said, "Where's her plan?" It was right there. You had to read it. And that's where they messed up. She produced documents that had to be read instead of just going up there and like flashing her boobs for Mardi Gras beads or something. Not that I wanted to see her do that. I'm just saying that's the level of attention span that those people have. That probably would have landed. Vote for me and it'll be free boobs for everybody. One. But instead we have all the good, faithful men of the deity in women's comments telling them how they can't wait to grape them, how it's her body, his choice, threatening women on campuses, persons of color getting slavery texts, which I personally just find funny. Like, we are on a break, darling. For those of us who do stick around in the country and hide safely in a blue state while we see what happens, we are on vacation. Do not ask us for help. And sending us weird letters and text messages, again, nothing new. I've been dealing with that shit my whole life. Most of us have. But what is going to be new are all the people that have to deal with the reality of what they just chose. All the people who heard no tax on tips and thought it applied to their $8 an hour job, not CEOs getting millions of dollars. Folks who heard lower taxes and think that their $50,000 a year salary hits that $360,000 minimum to get the tax break. Anything under that, your taxes are going up. But they would have had to read that. No tax on overtime, because there won't be overtime. They're going to take that away. That's why they won't tax it. There won't be any. I don't mean they won't force you to work more. I mean you're not going to be paid more for it. Meaning they're going to change the 40-hour standard work week to like 50 or 60 hours. So your overtime is now standard time. Companies have already announced that they're going to be raising prices on everything. People are already getting layoff notices or being told that they're not getting their bonus because the company has to get ready for the tariffs. Farmers and people in the construction industry are worried about the cost of materials as well as lack of labor already. Oh, and of course they're already starting their mass deportation of the same Latinos that were just so eager to vote for them. They're not going to separate families. They're going to denaturalize the ones who became citizens and get rid of the whole family. And then, of course, you have all of them laughing while they admit that absolutely P2025 is the plan, and they are going to enact it with the quickness. Oh, right, and he's going to give Ice Cream over there everything they need to finish wiping Olive Land and the land next to it off of the map, so his son-in-law can build his beach condos on that strip. So while millions of people are still trying to figure out where their ballots went, while news is still hitting about ballots being found by the caseload in woods, in water, in boxes in the middle of the street, literally just dumped anywhere they could dump them. Funny business. So while we see report after report of people who cannot find out what happened to their vote, can't find out what happened to their ballot, if our authorities want to step in and help us out with that, that would be nice, but I'm not expecting anyone to come save us. And as a woman of color, we're used to being left stranded on our own somewhere while the rest of America watches, points, and laughs. All of those red states talking about it's Dems that don't work and want social aid, they are the social aid. They are the ones who use the most of it. They're the ones that are going to get hit the hardest when it federally starts getting cut off and their red states stop paying out. And then they're going to blame us for that too, watch. Anyway, these people can't even decide between each other if men and women should be able to sit on the same side of the building at their services. So letting these people run the show like they agree on the rules of their own faith, there's like 40,000 different denomination options and they all believe different things. It's going to be interesting watching the leopards not only eat the faces of the folks that put them in place, but watching the leopards eat the faces of each other, because that's what's coming next.